So you may remember about 3 weeks ago I tried these insects. They'd recently gone on sale in a UK supermarket. They were emphasizing how delicious they were. They were emphasizing how much protein they had. They were emphasizing how environmentally friendly they were. And obviously they were presenting this very bright package that looked like a sort of graze box or like a just standard pack of nuts or edamame beans or any other kind of snack that you might buy in a supermarket. They were clearly aimed at a general consumer. And because these were crickets, they didn't have particularly uh, dangling legs or limbs or feelers or wings or anything. They were very compact. They was sort of a good starter um, for people who hadn't eaten insects before, but wanted to give it a try, but didn't want something that was too freaky. Um, so I tried those, and then I decided that I'd like to try some more. These didn't really taste like anything very much apart from the smoky barbecue flavour. I've recently got two others. I'll do the others in a separate video. But the first ones that I got were these armor tail scorpions. Um, and the packaging is much less sort of friendly. It's much less sort of obviously aimed at everyday consumers. This is not something you would pick up casually, and the price reflects that. These are much more expensive than the crickets. Um, there is, I think, some flavour. There's a mention in the ingredients of distilled malt vinegar and sugar being in there. So, and the website for these mentions that these can be eaten, that the claws, the body, the tail, the stinger can all be eaten. They're all absolutely fine to eat. So I will eat those in a moment, but let me just get one of these little scorpions out. And there you can probably see it not terribly clearly. But, yeah, that's better. Scorpion with its little legs and its little stinger and little body. So I will be trying that in a moment. Right, this is a reshoot because when I did it previously, partway through the take, it went out of focus. So I'm going to try one of these scorpions, which I've got here. I'm not going to hold it up to the lens because that's what I think shot everything out of focus in the last take. Now, I'm going to start like I did with the one that I ate before, with the stinger. These are a lot softer than I expected. The crickets that I ate previously a couple of weeks ago were quite brittle, quite dry, and because I've already shot it at the pupae, the silkworm pupae are also pretty dry. These are quite soft. The legs are soft, the tail soft, the body is soft. So let's start. Okay. Now there's a mixture of textures. The exoskeleton, the tail, the body, the part that you can see is quite tough and chewy, but the inside is quite fleshy and much softer. And I mentioned before on the previous failed take that the skin, that exoskeleton, the flavour, it doesn't have much flavour. It's got the flavour of the vinegar that it's preserved in. But what strikes you much more is the texture. And the texture is like kind of taking an untreated plank of wood and taking some splinters off of that and chewing them. Which is, it's not necessarily unpleasant, but it's a little weird. But then with that vinegar flavour and the softer flesh that's inside, you've got this taste and texture that's a little like roll mop herring. So, you know, imagine that you've got a kind of fresh scaffold board and you've scraped a bit of wood off that, got some splinters off of that, you've got a bit of roll mop herring, and you've just rolled those up, and that's exactly what this is like. It's not bad, I don't mind it. There's a hint of another flavour in that, and I can't really quite make out what that is. Probably because that probably is what a scorpion actually tastes like. It's not awful, but I think it's a little weird. I think I probably prefer, quite honestly, the crickets that I tried before. It's not bad. I wouldn't say no to it, and it's not going to put me off trying other insects by any means. But yeah, not great. So that's all for the scorpions, and I'll see you next for the silkworm pupae, which, as I'm recording this the second time, I've actually already recorded and done. So yeah, see you for that.